Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to continue comparing 2024 entries to the 2025 entries to determine what year is stronger. Since my mom is pretty old, she couldn't remember all of the different countries and the entries over the last 2 years, and so we have split this video up into 2 parts. You're not fighting for yourself again.
No, listen. After reading the comments everyone wrote for the last one, I think you guys are the nicest audience.
Oh my god.
And I'm glad you took me seriously. I'm old, not too much hate.
She reads all the comments. She's very happy with the reaction.
No,
she loves that everyone thinks she looks like Celine Dion.
No,
we're Canadian.
I don't like that. I don't. No. I love Celine Dion. But no, you guys were just
shade to Celine Dion right
now.
What are you
not
saying?
at
Celine
all.
Dion's not beautiful?
No, I know, but
Celine Dion's you're digging yourself a hole right now. Come on, get yourself out of this hole.
She's a star. Like, I don't compare myself to that.
But this video, we're gonna make it a lot shorter. We're just gonna get straight into it, right to the point. So without further ado, make sure you're subscribed, turn on the notification bell, and like this video. And let's get right into it, starting with Albania. Kick us off.
I wrote "Kill Me" about 2025.
What?
I said the voice is meh. I felt she performed as if she was standing in front of a mirror. And then this male darkness singer, if you'd call him that, comes on stage. For me, it was one of the worst. Not making it to the finals for me. I'm sorry.
Okay.
It just was not my taste.
Okay. Continue with the next one. I can't even handle this slander right now. That is abysmal, and I'm so. I apologize. I apologize to the Albanians. I apologize to the fans of this song who are not uncultured swines. I apologize. Continue.
2024 was interesting. Not really memorable. I think Albania just kind of needs to get their shit together and be more competitive for Eurovision if they want to be taken seriously and don't have a heart attack. But marginally, I give my point to 2024.
Well, 2025 is our ethnic bop of the year. It is so groovy. It has an infectious beat. I will say the song grew on me like a wart because at the beginning, I wasn't as transfixed by the whole thing as I am right now. There's nothing out there in the competition like this. It's going to stand out, and for that reason alone, I think it will very much be in the final, and I think it will place well. 2024 sounds like the most hollow Sia song, not a good Sia song. A very competent vocal, but aside from that, I honestly didn't write much else. It was just, it's too generic for Eurovision. I think it's just your everyday pop song that we've heard 1,000 times. My point obviously goes to 25.
There you
Your
go.
goes to 24.
We'll
Anyways, moving on to Greece.
She has a really good voice. The outfit and the glasses, you know, I thought she was applying to be a journalist. And I found it boring. I mean, I love Greece. I've been there many times, but I would be shocked if they made the finals. 2024, she just thought she was so cool. Didn't like her song, didn't like her performance. I think her attitude and confidence completely exceeded her talent. And if you're going to go to Eurovision, like, even if I don't like what you're wearing, at least put in an effort. Like, I think it was a silver garbage bag as a skirt. It was very amateur talent show performance. And this is where I'm giving 0 to both. I don't like either. I can't.
Okay, so right now you're
point.
the Debbie Downer. You haven't liked a single video. I mean, particularly 2025, I think the vocals are executed to perfection. There is not a run that is out of place. She is a top 5 vocalist of the year without a doubt. With that being said, the song just takes too long to go anywhere interesting. 2024, one of my least favorite entries of last year. I know.
Who's the Debbie Downer now?
Well, okay. The thing with 2024 is so many people loved it. Greek people were so excited. She's one of the most famous people in the country. But the beginning of the song is astounding. If they would have kept the first 20 seconds of the song and kind of went down that same path for the rest of the entry, I would have been sold. It just goes into the most crazy, chaotic directions that I absolutely don't like. And when the chorus is just a woman singing da, 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 I'm out. So as a result, this year, 2025, gets my point. Next up is Switzerland.
Switzerland. It was sweet. It comes across very innocent. It was beautiful, nice voice, not really memorable. It was okay. For 2024, not surprised they won. It wasn't my top choice, but it was up there in the top 5. They were absolutely incredible. It was a type of song that would resonate with the voters and the jurors. Love the song, love the voice. Overall, really good. So for me, 2024 gets my point.
This song really feels like a Sarah McLachlan-esque song. Really beautiful. It feels like you're almost like floating on air while you're listening to it. It's such easy listening. I'll say that bridge is one of my favorite bridges in the competition this year. It's very percussive. The melody changes. It's really stunning, and then it leads into my favorite key change of the year without a doubt. 2024. I made a video when it came out. I think it was either the day it came out or the day after, saying this is undoubtedly going to win Eurovision 2024. This was like in March, and I was very confident. It appealed to the juries, obviously. It very much had the potential to appeal to televotes, and it did so. How many times do I have to say it? You're fusing three very distinct genres in one song, from rap to pop to opera. It astounds me to this day, and the staging obviously is just the cherry on top. Nemo is one of the most talented people ever to perform at Eurovision, would be in the top 10 of the 1,700 plus songs that have been in the competition. Obviously 2024. I think obviously 2024.
Absolutely.
Czechia.
A bit creepy, has a good voice. 2024, I was like just down and out bored. For me, it wasn't worth watching. I thought it was incredibly lousy. I'm sorry. I didn't like either, but I would give a point to 2025 over 2024, and for 2026, do better.
2025, I actually do like. I think it's one of the songs that has one of the widest ranges. He sings very low in the first verse. Blow me a kiss goodbye. And then at the very end, he's going very high into the falsetto registers. So that keeps it interesting, it keeps it dynamic, it's not monotonous in any way. Also, we get that breakup in the structure of the song with the dance break. So I think there's a lot of stuff here that keeps it engaging. The voice seems pretty good in live performances, so I'm sold. Backing vocals also need some attention too with this song. Distinct, they're unique, and I think it makes the song stand out. 2024, yeah, definitely agree. The melody was never interesting enough. Yeah, the staging was amazing though. But staging being amazing is not always enough. Moving on to a favorite this year, Austria.
Love it. Love it, love it, love it. I'm not an opera kind of girl. It's not like, I don't go to the opera. I have once, that was enough. But I love this song so much. The voice is incredible. It's definitely one of my favorites. 2024, I loved the performance, and I thought she should have done better. I'm going to give my point to 2025.
I agree that you don't even have to like opera to like this song. Like, the talent is on full display. It's astounding. I think it might be the highest notes we've ever had from a male performer at Eurovision. It goes in really great directions. The beginning is very dark, very ominous, very creepy, melancholic too at the same time. And then it moves on and transitions to this like EDM type of vibe. So we go from opera to like EDM with opera. Very cool. Increases in tempo. It gets the blood pressure going. I'm obsessed with this song, similar to the way that I was obsessed with The Code last year. I think this is the front runner. I'm not as confident as I was last year when I said The Code is gonna win, but I do think this is gotta come top two. It's either the winner or the runner. I don't even care what the staging is. 2024 was one of my favorite songs. We Will Rave Day was something that I started across my platforms, trying to get people to like listen to the song on one day to boost it up on Spotify and all the streaming platforms, because I do think she was robbed. And also there was a camera technical malfunction too, which I felt bad for her for. The song was 90s nostalgia at its best. Such a glossy production. The staging was immaculate. The dancing was probably the most slick that we saw last year. I love both, but I gotta give it to 2025. Denmark. This is a tough one, I think.
Voice, costume, song. Like, I'm like, what is
Are we
Denmark?
mixing up countries?
Now, what is Denmark thinking?
Sorry, did you say voice? Ugh.
Well, it just,
Do we need to rewatch it?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, continue. I'm so confused.
She was hallucinating, thinking she had a chance. I don't know. Not in the finals for me. I just, there was nothing about it I enjoyed.
There's nothing about you that I'm enjoying right now.
Well,
Continue.
that's okay. I mean, as we're in 2024, I was totally captivated. Love the song, love the performance, great voice, overall amazing, which leads me to, I don't know what they were thinking this year. So for me, it's no contest. 2024 gets my point. It was so, like, I didn't even, for the first time.
It's been great having you on. We'll never have you back. So 2025, okay. Unreal vocals.
Okay.
Unreal vocals. I'd say she's top 2 vocalists. Like, I think she's got to be, maybe her and JJ would probably be the top 2, I would assume. Broad vocal tone, crazy fast vibrato. I would literally die for her voice. And also the vocal melody. It's not like your typical pop song where the vocal melody is a little bit standard or generic. I mean, the hello, that transition going back from chest to head. 2024, I think it's a song that really could have won Eurovision in like 2010. Unfortunately, you put it in the 2024 contest. Obviously, it didn't even qualify for the final, but I think it's a really solid vocal. It's very dramatic, but you know, I think it's a solid entry overall, though. My point goes to 2025. Armenia.
2025. Singing didn't appeal to me. It was too dark and creepy for me. I love the one note that he hit when he sang. As we're
there was actually, I forgot, yeah, there was one note where I was like, oh,
I was like, wow. 2024, I love the authentic component. Too much wasted time with la 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 la. Like, it was like enough already. This is where I'm on the fence again. I don't like either. 0.
So 2025, I think I'm going to be real. I'm going to be harsh. But not intentionally. I just think if you're going to choose to sing in English, you can't have the accent be so thick that the pronunciation is going to obstruct your understanding of what he's actually saying. And that is unfortunately, very unfortunately, what's happening.
Lifting me up, keeping me slow, all to give up, staring me apart, come alive.
How dare you say that he shouldn't have an accent? I'm not saying that he shouldn't. I'm just saying I would have appreciated him probably singing in Armenian more than English because...
Or to better articulate.
I just couldn't understand anything. Yeah. The only lyric that I really could clearly understand is I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor. It's catchy. You know, sonically, I'm bopping and he does sing well. I just don't understand what he's saying. 2025 is so repetitive. Like, it's undeniable. That takes up like 2 minutes of the 3-minute song. Yeah. I love that it's a cultural display on the Eurovision stage. We always love to see that. And her charisma was the best of the year. Like, without a doubt. So when it was on the Eurovision stage, it really came alive. But as a studio recording, which I'm trying to just evaluate what song I like more.
No, you're kind of like me on the fence.
It's so hard. I'd say by like a hair. 2025. A hair. Moving on to Latvia.
It was chaotic. Didn't really enjoy it. I'm sorry. I'll be shocked if they get into the finals. 2024 I liked. Great delivery, great performance, great voice, albeit simple, but it was very powerful for me in other ways. My point goes to 2024. I just can't get behind 2025.
It's so unique. It is
unique, isn't always
unlike
good.
Anything else in the competition this year. The juxtaposition from the verses to the choruses, they could not be more different. I love that. It also still feels very cohesive at the same time. The way they sing, their harmonies are... It's like they all came out of the womb together. They were born to perform together. They were born to be together as a group. It is an immaculate performance. Latvia is really stepping up their game the last couple of years. Like, to go from a country with the longest non-qualification streak to now qualifying last year, and this year, even if they don't qualify, they have really sent quality. Last year, I think it was an amazing song too. I love his gravelly tone, one of the better singers in the competition from last year, undoubtedly. Overall, I would give it to this year. It's in my top 3.
Wow.
So, yeah. Wow. I really like last year too. Next up is San Marino.
I always get bored and tired when people talk and don't sing. I want to hear you sing. You know, you guys don't watch this because you want to hear me sing. You want to hear me talk, or maybe you don't want to hear me talk. But 2024, I understood why it did not qualify by a hair. I reluctantly give my point to 2025. I can't be on the fence.
Yeah, I'm cutting you off. No more on the fence. But for this one, I'm going to be on the fence. This is my first one, actually. From last video and this video, it's the first one. Nul point. I'm not giving anyone a point here. Okay, 2025, if you don't already know, he's the guy who was a contributor to the song Blue from the 90s. I'm blue,
Great song.
Great song. The interesting thing here is you say, like, you don't like, you know, talking at Eurovision. I think that's a reflection of how poor the song is, because the song is not talking. There is a melody here, but it is so basic that they may as well be talking.
Yeah.
Tutto Italia, tutto Italia, tutto Italia. Like, there's a melody, but it's like so freaking
Gets
boring.
lost.
Worst of the year in terms of melody. 2024, I just don't like it. I think it is the most, like, if you were to tell me, like, how does the most generic rock song sound, I would say, look at San Marino from last year at Eurovision. It is very generic, not an interesting melody once again. So yeah, 0 points for me and 1 point to 2025.
Wow.
Moving on to Georgia.
Great voice, great performance. I loved it. 2024, great vocals, great performance. I thought they should have done better, and I thought they got robbed. I call it as a tie because I enjoyed them both.
2025, I mean, I guess it's gonna appeal to the geriatric demographic.
There we go again.
It does not appeal to me whatsoever. I think she's got a great voice. One of the best voices of the year. Wouldn't say top 5.
Okay.
I'd say top 10. Very dated song. Could have been at Eurovision 2007, and I still don't even think it wouldn't have... Maybe it would have qualified, but like it wouldn't have done that well. The lyrics in English are very cringy. Peace, peace, love, love, freedom, freedom. Very basic. I don't need to hear it in such an explicit way. The structure takes some risks, but like not risks that I think pay off at the end of the day. 2024, impeccable vocals, broke Georgia's non-qualification streak, which obviously means it was a bop. The staging, incredible. I love the fire. When I was watching her perform last year, it was maybe the only performance where I was like, she's got the moves and the confidence like Beyonce. I think that the climax is also very, very distinct too. It ends with a cappella and the background vocals, which I think is such a strong anthemic way to just finish off a song, and I think ultimately it did pay off. My point undeniably goes to 2024. Belgium.
I think they have the voice of a child. I'll be shocked if it makes the top 10. For me, it's not even the top 20. And don't hate on me, Belgium. And I have been to Belgium too. I do like to travel.
Flex.
Sorry?
Nothing.
Okay. 2024. I love the voice. I love the persona. For me, a bit of a strange performance, but it was very captivating and it was very Eurovision-y and enjoyable for me. So I give my point to 2024. Well, here comes the hate. I know.
2025 is, in my opinion, not a child singing. I think it sounds like an Adam Lambert song, but a very good Adam Lambert song. It's mysterious, it's dark, it's ominous, it stands out. The production like keeps me at the edge of my seat, and then his vocals soaring into the stratosphere. I think the staging, there's more potential with this song than any other song. That makes me nervous, and then I'll get to why that gets me nervous, and it's because of last year. It's another good song, worst staging of the year. The vocals were a little shaky though, I will say. The only detriment for me when it comes to the studio version of the song is the fact that for the last literal 50 seconds of the song, which takes up a lot of space for a 3-minute song, it's just him singing and repeating before the party is over, before the party is over, before the party is over. Gets a little monotonous. Overall, I would say 2025, I think, is probably, if I had to pick 3 dark horses in the competition, it would be in one of those 3. Estonia.
A lot of hype with this guy. Very attention-seeking. Don't get the voice. Don't get the hype. Don't get the singing. I find it very juvenile. It's catchy, but not catchy enough for me for a Eurovision. It just doesn't hit the bar. 2024, loved it. Great vibe, great staging. I know I'm not supposed to talk about staging. It was exciting. It was engaging. I loved watching 2024. Hence, they get my point.
Yeah, this is like the easiest one for me. I despise 2025. At the very beginning, I was like, okay, it's fine. But like the more I listen to it, it is the definition of cringe. The humor is appealing to maybe 3 or 4-year-olds. My nephew liked it when I showed it to him. And I think it's appealing to those people with that many brain cells. I think he has the potential to do well just because I'm sure the staging is probably going to be like funny. As a song itself, couldn't be more basic. It's not even an octave of a range. He struggles to sing it live. I could not be less impressed. I think the only reason why he won is probably because he's the biggest name in his country, and I think that's an absolute shame because the production looks like it was made on GarageBand in a matter of 10 minutes. And so, yeah, I know that's harsh, but this is the song in particular that I probably dislike the most in the competition, so it won't get worse than that. 2024, I think it's fun. It kind of reminds me of Barbie Girl. Like, da-da-da-da-da-da, like, you know that part, come on Barbie, let's go party. But it kind of sounds like that in certain aspects of this song with the voices. And I love the use of, you know, regional instruments. We love to see that at Eurovision, so that gets an extra point for me, and undoubtedly 2024 gets my point. Next up is Israel.
Oh boy. I don't know what the staging is going to be like, but she's singing in English and French and Hebrew. I think it'll probably end up like it did last year. Top 5. 2024, her performance was outstanding. I think it made her stronger, all the hate. And she was kind of like, screw you, I'm going up there. I'm going to do well. I don't care what people say about me. And I loved both songs. But I think this year I like a little bit better, as much as I liked last year.
That's shocking. I agree. Both good songs. Last year was one of the better songs of last year. I think this year is one of the better songs of this year. This year is really beautiful. She has an unbelievable voice. I agree, singing in 3 languages is better than just singing in English. There's that climax, there's a key change, her voice ascends into the stratosphere. I think it's a little bit of a basic ballad, I would say, a little bit of a basic Eurovision ballad. It's not doing anything that is absolutely astounding, like what we're seeing with Austria, where they transition, the tempo increases, we're going into a different genre production-wise. I'd say it's good. That's the best word I could use to describe it. It's good. If this year is good, I think last year was amazing. I think her voice was incredible. There's an interview of her talking about the hate and the boos that she heard when she was getting onto the stage for the final time for the competition, and she was saying basically that, like, it just lit a fire in her, and I think you can kind of like almost see that. Next up is Norway.
Good voice, simple but effective choreography. It was a good, fun vibe. Do I think it's going to win? No. Do I think they put in a good effort? Yeah. I overall enjoyed the entire performance, but it didn't like take my breath away. 2024 was okay, not memorable. 2025 gets my point.
I love both of these. He is one of the most competent performers this year, which is astounding given the fact that he's singing, he's dancing, and he's 18 years old, I think the youngest in the competition. It is very dramatic, a grandiose production. The pre-chorus is just like, you're on the edge of your seat, like what is coming? And the chorus is a banger. Then we have that dance break, which just like, you can't not enjoy it with the pyro. The moves are very slick, extremely effective. And so I'm a huge fan of Norway this year. Last year I was a huge fan too. This coming in last place in the grand final is a crime amongst crimes. Crime. One of the most unique performances of the year and one of the most unique performances of the decade at Eurovision. We've not seen anything remotely like that in the competition. And I think it was done in a very slick and effective way. Now, because it was so different, maybe it was a little too inaccessible and avant-garde for some people. For me, I felt it, I understood it, and it resonated immensely. The thing that I love about last year's performance is like, there's some fact. Mariah Carey in the 90s, she has this song called My All, and she wrote that song because she didn't want anyone else to sing it or be able to sing it. And her voice is like so handprinted on that song. Like no one else can really sing that song the way Mariah does. And I think, although vastly different songs, Norway last year kind of reminds me of that. No one else can sing this song except her. And I love it for that reason too. I think ultimately obsessed with both. I don't want to give a point to both. I really don't want to. So I'm going to just give it just by a hair, and things can change by the staging. I'll give it to last year just by merit of uniqueness. Netherlands 2025.
Loved it.
Yeah,
catchy,
it's so up your alley.
Great voice, great message. I liked everything about this song. Zero criticism. Unlike 2024, I'm in the minority. Didn't like it. I don't know what it was about it. Like,
everything for me, so I can answer that.
Yeah, like it felt almost goofy. I don't know.
I think it was intentionally trying to be goofy, but like there's a difference between that performance and like Karja from Finland singing
Right.
Cha Cha Cha. That was like goofy, but it was like glossy at the same time.
Totally. I thought it was so incredibly overrated. 2025, absolutely, hands down, gets my point.
Yeah, this is one of the easier ones for me too. 2024 was a mess. We hyped that up as a fandom. Like I would love to have a one-on-one with anyone who enjoyed that performance because the vocals were just abysmal. It prevented me from liking the overall entry. Was the song catchy? Yes.
Yeah.
Production was a little bit cheap, but the song was catchy. You can't deny that. The vocals were so bad. They were some of the worst vocals that we've had over the past decade. Probably top 5 worst.
Faire comme une Europa, la vue de d'autres, Europa, Europa, faire comme une Europa, la vue de d'autres, Europa, Europa.
2025 is the complete opposite. It's class, it's elegance, it's vocals, it's completely inoffensive, it's 100% enjoyable. It's literally the antithesis to what we saw last year. So yeah, easy 2025 win for me and for you.
Yeah.
Moving on to the United Kingdom.
Creative, but it just seems so familiar to me. To me, it has a mean rich girls vibe. Yeah, I don't like it.
Interesting. I thought you were gonna like that one.
No, it's getting a lot of hype, but it's just like, I don't know, like something I've seen, given my age, 100 times. For last year, Jesus, thank goodness my kids were old enough to watch that performance and understand it. If my grandchildren were in the room, they'd be ushered out so quickly. They're little.
And
very
before
little.
anyone calls my mom homophobic or something like that, it doesn't matter if they're gay or straight or, but it's not about that. No. Eurovision, you know, it kind of brands itself as being a little bit of a family show. There was nothing family about that whatsoever.
If you want to see that, there's other sites, you know?
There's some things that they've like banned this year, like the Finnish contestant, she's not allowed to like show her butt, which to me, I'm like, well, there was sex at Eurovision last year. How can you not accept a butt? Especially when you had Chanel from Spain a couple years ago, who's showing her butt. So like,
and remember Finland a couple of years ago.
Finland last year too, the guy showed his butt. As a song though, what do you believe?
For 2024, I didn't like it. I had to watch it several times to actually...
Why are you watching it several times?
Well, because I wanted the song. I think I was in such shock. Yeah. I'm only giving 2025 my points, so I don't sit on the fence again. I didn't like either song, but this song is more catchy.
Yeah.
Just generic.
I think this song is really good this year. I think it's fun, it's catchy, the harmonies are beautiful, they have incredible live vocals. There's real risks in the song too, like... You know, they change up the tempo multiple times throughout the song. It keeps you at the edge of your seat. Last year, I think the song was as generic as pop can be. Nothing interesting about it. The vocals were fine. Melody, basic. I can't even think of much else that happened in the song to really comment on it. I think it was just middle of the road. We all have a visual, but middle of the road song for me. So yeah, it goes to 2025 for me and you. 2025 for Italy.
It was a great song, but it's not in my top 10. But you know, it was a good song. 2024, it was interesting. Great effort. For me, 2024 was way better than what I think of 2025, as I think 2025 is just missing something.
I can tell you what it's missing. It's missing a moment. I don't think there's a moment in the song. There's not anything that makes it stand out. It is a pretty ballad, and that is all. At least with some of these other songs, you have a key change, or a tempo change, or, you know, there's an a cappella moment. Nowhere to be found. Fine song, but like there's literally nothing to grab onto and be like, oh, I'm voting for Italy because that was crazy. No, this is Eurovision. Like similar to Portugal when we were talking about in the previous video, there's nothing to grab onto in the song. Italy last year I think was a solid performance, modern production. It didn't feel like, you know, the typical Italian entry at Eurovision. It was dancey, it was fun, it felt authentic to the country still at the end of the day too. So love that. Stunning voice. There was that a cappella moment at the end, which, you know, made it stand out and her vocals were on full display. It appealed to the jury in that sense. So I think it was a stronger entry through and through. 2024 gets my point. Germany.
First 10 seconds gave me a headache. And it did not get any better for me. There was nothing I liked about it. Absolutely nothing. For me, unfortunately, another failed year for Germany. I don't know what you guys are thinking. You got the talent, you got the resources.
You got the biggest country competing in the competition at the moment, population-wise.
Maybe I'll be shocked if you make the finals.
No, they automatically qualify for the finals.
Right, I forgot. You're right.
It's Germany.
Okay. That shouldn't happen either because you're stealing the spot from someone who deserves to be there. Just my opinion. 2024, actually, I liked the performance. The voice was good. The song was good. I think it should have rated higher. I don't know how much higher, but it definitely should have rated higher. So my point goes to 2024, without a doubt.
Yeah, same. 2025, I mean, I can't even list it. It's there with Tommy Cash in Estonia at the very bottom of my list. I think it is lazy. I mean, like the chorus, like, yeah, it's a little catchy, but I feel like the pre-recorded vocals dominate that chorus. I want to see someone sing fully live. I'm not interested in having something go in the background. Like, it's like a weak Charlie XCX song, and so I'm not that interested. There's no journey it takes me on. No, you know, I think they kind of feel like they have to probably rely on banging that string instrument in the middle of the song because the song itself is not doing anything for me personally. 2024. It's like very typical radio song in America, at least, or Canada. I've heard this before. Great voice. Incredible gravelly tone, similar to like Dawn's, but very different songs. Kind of reminds me of like an up-tempo Louis Capaldi song or a Bastille song. I like that type of stuff. Once again, is it standing out immensely at Eurovision? Not really, but like at the end of the day, it's good. And so for that reason, I give my point as well to 2024. Well, we did it. We got through all 37 plus 37 songs. What's the math? I don't know.
74.
74. I hope you enjoyed. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below.
Only nice thoughts, please.
Only nice thoughts. She was very happy with the comments. So keep the nice comments to my mom going.
You
Talk
can
about
tell.
how beautiful she
No,
is,
don't,
how
don't,
nice she is. Don't. She would love it.
No,
she would
I wouldn't.
absolutely
I
love
hate
it.
comments.
I would love it for her.
And just about the content. That's what it's about. Is, you know, and if you disagree
It's about
with
the
me,
content. It's about the children.
It's
It's
not
all
about
about
the
the
children.
children. In the edit, it will show what year won between 2024 versus 2023, and we'll do the tally based off of
2024 versus 2025.
2024 versus 2025. We'll do the tally from the first part 1, and combine it with part 2, so you will see right now who won. Drum roll. Bing, bing. Anyways, that was a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed. As I said, comment in the comment section below. Make sure to like this video, turn on the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell. And I will be back for the next video very, very soon.
Sounds like a plan. Bye.